What's going on, everyone? This is ODC, it's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the NECA Player Select God of War 3 Kratos action figure. Wow, I've had almost a day to really just kind of play around with this guy. I do have a couple gripes, but nothing too serious. There's something that really kind of bothers me about this, and it has to do with his loose foot here. He just doesn't. I mean, I kind of have to get him in a stance like that and then leave him alone, which is really unfortunate. I actually have some floor polish, which is a trick that you can use for a lot of loose joints here to kind of tighten his joint back up. Or you can also use a lot of people use super glue, and they use a little knife and carve out the excess glue, and then they kind of move it around so it'll stay in one place. I mean, it's unfortunate that his ankle is that loose, and it's unfortunate it had to be the ankle. If I had to choose, I'd rather him have a loose wrist than a loose ankle, because I mean, if a figure can't stand, then it's kind of a bust to me. But not saying that this figure is bad. It's not bad. He comes with a really cool accessories. He comes with the Blades of Athena, which is really awesome. I wish he would have came with the Claws of Hades, but unfortunately, those were not included. What about the... it also comes with his lion gauntlets, which I actually forgot the name. I think it's something like... oh, God, what is it? I hate it when this happens. I always do this. The Nemine Cestus or something like that? I can't remember. But that's what they're called, I think off the top of my head. I would have to look it up. But these are his lion gauntlets. I'll just refer to him as that. Let me know in the comments below if I said that wrong, but I think that's what they're called. Nemine? Or Naaman? I can't remember. Something like that. But anyway, these look awesome. They look absolutely fantastic. I love the sculpt on these. Got like fuzz on him. What the hell is that about? That was weird. But these actually just fit over his hand, so you can just plug them right in. We'll get to those in a second. I just kind of want to go through everything like a checklist. And here he comes with his extra head, which is actually really nice. I actually really like both heads equally, even the open mouth face. I think the open mouth face I actually might like a little bit better than the closed mouth. But, I mean, either way, you're going to have it's a nice head sculpt, I think. Also with this head sculpt, I've noticed this, that... let me back some of this light off a little bit. It's a little bit overpowering. His goat here, his goatee, is actually a little bit messed up, where this one is nice and straight, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, really, I love the sculpt on here. I love his armor. Looks absolutely fantastic. If you're wondering what the hell this is so he can store his Blades of Athena on the back of him right here, which is kind of his thing. He does store them on the back, and they just store right in there. If I can get this out. Jesus. I'll get them both out there. And they just kind of slide in like so. And that's really the way you want to have them, is like that. So, I mean, that looks pretty badass like that. And to actually get these gauntlets on, you kind of have to pop this off, which actually does come off. It actually doesn't come included. It's a separate piece. And then you just kind of pop this hand in like so. And then you pop this hand in like so. Then you have his gauntlets. So there you go. They are a little bit on the heavy side, especially if your figure already has a weak ankle like mine. He is very top heavy right now. He does not want to. I mean, I guess you could have him like this, and you can pose him like. See, he still wants to fall over. He's really heavy with these gauntlets on, unfortunately, especially with the loose ankle. I mean, I'm holding the ankle right now, if you're wondering. But yeah, I mean, they are really cool. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely an awesome accessory to have. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. It's always something. They are definitely an awesome accessory to have in this set, and one of the selling points of this set is probably these gauntlets. I would have liked it if they used a little bit of a lighter plastic, maybe more of a hollowed out plastic, to kind of balance the figure a little bit better. I mean, if you're unlucky like me and you get a loose ankle, yeah, look at this. He won't stand. God damn it. It's pissing me off. But if you're unfortunate like me and you got a loose ankle, good luck trying to stand him with these. But the overall sculpt looks really good, very detailed with the mouth, the teeth, the nose, the lines, even on the whiskers right there. It just looks fucking just awesome. Absolutely fantastic job on these. The head actually just unpegs here. Let me just unpeg there. It's a very easy unpeg, and then it's a very easy peg in. Boom. No issues there. There he is with the closed mouth. Yet again, let me back some of this lighting off. I gotta get some new lighting, man. I gotta get some overhead lighting. But also not to worry, all of his armor, which I'll plug that piece back in, is actually a nice softer plastic, so it's a nice pliable plastic, so you don't have to worry about him scraping or any paint chipping there. It's like a rubbery style material, so that's good. The tunic here, I'll call it a tunic and not a skirt. The tunic here looks really good. I love the ripped, torn effect here that we have going on. Very accurate to what Kratos looks like in God of War 3. If you haven't played God of War or God of War 2 or God of War 3, I mean, I would highly suggest you go play these games because they're absolutely just beautifully done. Even an old gen, absolutely fantastic. Hopefully down the road we get another God of War video game coming soon, hopefully. Come on, PlayStation, let's do this. Underneath his tunic, he just pretty much has wrapped bandages covering his, his crotch and old region and all his fun parts. He doesn't really have much of a sculpted rear end, which is kind of strange. This is actually the back of him. You would think this was the front. But I guess it doesn't really matter. It gives him better range of motion, and it's covered on top of that. And I guess at the end of the day, who really gives a shit about that anyway? I really like the way they sculpted and painted the chains on his arm here. And I love the hand wraps. They did a really good job with the black paint shading going throughout there. A lot of paint shading going throughout the chains on his forearms. Looks really good. I mean, he just looks like a friggin' badass, man. He just looks really awesome. He also has the scar on his stomach. Unfortunately, you can't take this off. And I don't know if I would suggest that you do take that off, to be honest with you. I know it looks a little hokey without the Blades of Athena in there, but with them in, it looks absolutely fantastic. I think it serves its purpose. It's supposed to be there. It also has the wings of Hermes on the side of his boots, I guess if you could call it. Very old school Greek. That's pretty much the Greek mythology boots. Very cool. That's one of the major reasons why I really liked Kratos as a character, is because the influx with his character and Greek mythology. And I mean, Kratos is just a badass, man. I mean, how can you not like Kratos? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard of it. It's like saying I don't like pizza. I don't really like Kratos. I don't like God of War. What? You don't like God of War? Oh. Okay. To each their own. That's like the new saying. I feel like that's a new saying amongst collectors. To each their own. That's like what people say now. To each their own. Everyone's got a personal preference. But I don't know. There's certain things like Star Wars and Castlevania and, you know, Mega Man and, you know, The Legend of Zelda. There's certain, like Mario, like there's certain things that you just, and God of War, I'll put him in there. There's certain things that you just, like, everyone universally likes. Like, I've never heard someone say, I hate Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever really heard anyone say, I hate it. They don't get it. There's a difference. They don't hate it, though. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, I hate God of War. But, or don't like the character. Because, I mean, it's Greek mythology. If you don't like Greek mythology, then, and you're a comic book fan, then that's kind of a hypocrisy on its own, since that, seeing as that's pretty much what comic book superheroes are spawned from, Greek mythology. So, but for me, I don't know, man. I really like the paint throughout his skin, and that's a very, very big rarity for me, I would say. It's a huge rarity for me. Usually skin tones are really just poorly done. You even got some nipples there. But the skin tone looks really good. I really love that, even if you look right here on the packaging, and this is the part that I love. If you look right here on the package, you see all his pores and everything. And you even see the, you know, the paint here. They did a really good job at almost pretty much replicating that with the skin tone. So I mean, if you kind of put him next to the box here, it looks, skin tones match basically, which is really good. And most toy companies don't go that extra mile, I should say, as I'm scrounging out for words. Don't go that extra mile that they should. But the box looks really good. I really do like the way the box came out and everything. It is actually the original game. This is basically the art on the back of the game. NECA is very good about giving us the replication of the original games. So definitely kudos to them for doing that for us. It just kind of sets this figure apart. And I love the recreations that they've given us with, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, to the Batman NES figures, and now we're doing PlayStation action figures. We're getting a Castlevania action figure down the road. I can't wait for that. And yeah, I hope they keep pumping these out because I'm really excited for them. As far as his articulation goes, his head does swivel, full 360 rotation. It does look up a little bit, and it does look down a little bit. We got no jive turkeys. No. Arms do a full 360 rotation on both sides. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. It is there. It does have a wrist swivel and a wrist hinge, which goes in and out. It does have an ab crunch, which goes forward. It doesn't really want to go back due to the sculpt, I would say, for the most part. The sculpt of his back, so it does kind of go forward. He does have a waist swivel. And he's got T-jointed hips, which go out, and they go forward and back. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. And he does have the ankle hinge right there, and a little bit of an ankle pivot, a little bit toe articulation, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for his articulation. Well, I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, I would definitely recommend you get this guy. If you're a God of War fan, you've already got it. You don't even have to watch my review. But hopefully, you know, I'm rooting for you guys. I hope that no one has to get a loose ankle syndrome like I have. But that's pretty much it for me and this review. Definitely 2 thumbs up here, even with the shitty ankle. That I'm not happy with. But other than that, the sculpt, the articulation, everything's pretty much there. He's a solid figure. I would definitely recommend you go get him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.